Kirsty TV is about the power of sharing stories that heal ourselves and heal others. My guests share their most intimate stories and lessons learned along the way.
As a psychologist, I know that one of the most traumatic things that can happen to a human being is to be abused as a child. It's horrendous. But the big problem with it is the lifelong scars that it creates and the impact it has on someone, not just at the time, which is unfathomable, but the lifelong impact it can have on a person. And the reason it has such an impact is because it's incredibly confusing. Usually it's happening at the hands of the caregiver, the person who's supposed to love and protect that child, or someone who's in a similar position. So when we get to the brain level, what's going on in the brain of a child who's being hurt repeatedly and deeply, and a lot of fear by the person who's supposed to love and protect them? It's extremely confusing. So the brain has to come up with an answer for this, because you see, the survival brain doesn't like to be left in this state of confusion. The survival brain wants to come up with an answer to explain that, so it can have a response, so it can try to change the situation. So what's a logical answer that a child's brain would come up with if they're being hurt by the person who's supposed to love and protect them? But really, the only logic the brain can come up with is, there's something wrong with me. Why else would this be happening? I must deserve it. And oftentimes they're told they deserve it as well. So it's not just internal, it's external. But there starts the first lie. The lie they're told about themselves, that there's something wrong with them. If that's you, it's a lie. There's nothing wrong with you. There was something wrong with your experience, with your situation. There was an abuser who was really dysfunctional. It wasn't you at all. And I think that we have to learn to see that lie becomes your reality. Because it can be going on for so long, you hear it, you experience, and all the evidence around you keeps telling you it's true, it becomes your reality. And then that's what drives your life. And every experience you have is filtered through that reality. But it's still a lie at the basis of it. And the truth is, hiding behind that lie is you're an extraordinary person with a brilliance that's been hidden long, long, long time ago. And this is the tragedy of abuse. It's not just when it happens, it's the lifelong impact. We have to learn to see that brilliance that's hidden from people, because often that person who's been abused, they might find themselves making choices in life that they don't really want to, but they make choices of, well, I might as well just throw my life away because I'm not worth anything anyway. I might as well, take this drug because, who am I? Remember, I'm not good enough. I deserved it. But that's a lie. It's a lie that you don't deserve it. It's a lie that you're not worthwhile. It's time to see it for what it is, to change that lie, to see the truth. As a human being, you are good enough. And it's not until we see that truth and we see the lie for what it is that we're going to see real change. The good news is I know this is possible. I know it's possible for someone to have had that horrendous experience and change, because I've had clients and I've seen them go through that change. And it's amazing. So if you're struggling, I really encourage you to reach out for someone who can see through the lie, who can see through to the extraordinary person that you are, and help you to change that experience that's been really driving your life.
Do you remember the first time that it happened?
I do. He ended up telling me that it was exercise, and I ended up telling my mom. I guess I don't remember telling my mom the first time that he raped me, but she remembers that I told her that night or soon after that my dad touched me.